The morning before my accident was a nice sunny day. I'm in a good mood going to work. I was fixing a paper that was broken in the machine at the time I was working on.
Tulsi was working on a machine that made paper bags. And the part of the machine he was working on was a long conveyor belt that fed into multiple steel rollers. They were guarded by a plexiglass guard. His hand got stuck in the paper and pulled under the guard and into the rollers, and that's when his injury happened.
My hand being pulled in takes my glove, my finger off. I fell on the ground. I have some co-workers surround me. They call the ambulance, but they were talking to my brother and my wife, and they had to make the decision at the time if I should take the finger out or try to save it. They do this surgery, which they're stitching my finger. It was very painful for 3 weeks and very uncomfortable. Doing grafting for the next 3 months on the finger to get it where it is. On the bed at the hospital, there's so much things you have to think about. You wonder from how serious this is going to be, how much it's going to affect you in your life down the line. Having 3 kids, my wife, I'm the bed brother at the home. So all these things I was thinking about. Yeah. I was started to get pushed around from the company. They were started to delay my payment. The attorney that I went to at the first time, in conversation, he said that he have a friend of him that he can recommend. The first time I spoke to Michael, he started to show me what he can do to help me.
In a case like this, involving a defective and dangerous product, the defense is almost always that a person was misusing the product and that it's their fault. We expect that. I retained an expert witness in machine guarding. The expert witness came to the factory and he measured the depth under the guard and he measured the distance from the guard to the rollers. He determined that the machine did not comply with international machine guarding standards. The manufacturer, throughout the course of the case, they never had a good explanation. The case was set for trial. They knew they were going to have to go in front of a jury. They decided to resolve the case.
The other attorney realized that, this case here, they don't want to proceed with this going to the jury. That's when we started to negotiate. After the case resolved, I was joyful. The settlement that I got from Michael and the case was settled for, I wasn't expect that settlement. It was beyond my expectation. Having Michael on my side there to get me something, to get me back on my feet financially, it was wonderful.